What in my business is working? What is working? Okay? Meaning to say, what is it that I'm doing that I love? What is it that's making me money? Even if it's not the money you want to make, but what's making you money? And what is it that, like, I'm in my zone? I'm in my zone of genius. I'm like there. I'm channeled. I feel like, yes, this is it. This is my highest potential. I'm where I'm supposed to be. And sometimes even the payment is just paying you back by letting you see, like, this is it. This is my thing, right? Because we all have to start somewhere, okay? So we want to start by looking at and watching what is working in my business, okay? And you want to start to write those things down. And again, it's not this final finale like list. It's something that you live with, you know? So what's working? Okay, so I want you to write them down. Let me know in the comments what's working for you. Do you love like your sound healing events? Do you love working one-on-one? Do you love working in the, you know, mindset realm? Do you love, what sort of topics do you love teaching? And what capacity do you love teaching? And who do you love teaching with? Okay, so what's working? Who are your dreamiest clients? Okay, so there's that. Now, the other question, okay, is, well, whatever I also want to add on what's working is what's working with your clients, you know, your communication before, after, and during, you know, the enrollment process, and what's working in the operational system. So like whatever you do on a daily basis to run your business, okay? Now, the other question, which we tend to start with, and that just F's us up, because then we go into this spiral of like this rabbit hole of shame and guilt and overwhelm, and then it just stops the flow. But it's important to look at what's not working, right? And meaning to say, like, sometimes you're doing what you love, but you're doing it back to back to back to back. Where you're like, okay, I'm seeing these clients and I'm seeing 5 clients a day, and that's 20 clients. It's making me the money I want, but am I like completely burnt out, right? So you want to start to look at, well, what's not working? Or, you know, maybe there's a certain way that you're doing things in your business and the operating systems that right before you're on with your clients, you are doing some sort of social media marketing or something like that, and then you're not necessarily in the flow of things when you get to your client. You see? So you just want to start to look at like what's not working in the daily operations and with your clients. Okay, and all we need to do is tweak. It's just like our everyday life, right? Sometimes we decide to go to the gym and we are like, okay, I'm gonna go at 7 a.m. and then you realize, oh no, that doesn't work because I don't have time to go to the bathroom, I don't have time to eat, like it's just too rushed. Noon works better for me, okay? So, and that's all we're doing, because we want a business that's going to support and nourish us. And if we're always doing things, little things here and there that are not working, it's going to start to drain us. So it will have less energy for what's actually working, okay? So write this down, let me know. What do I want? What do I want, right? Okay. And again, this is like a big question, but sometimes in our business, we are doing what we envision from the past, and it's working, but it may not be exactly what we want now. Like maybe we attracted a certain type of client, and we realize now like we are evolving. So the clients we work with are evolving. So you want to start to see, like, what do I really want? Who do I really want to work with? How do I really want to work with them? And what is the schedule for that? Like, you know, so you want to start to kind of ponder and reflect, well, what do I want? Because sometimes we're just, again, if we're in survival and we're doing the day-to-day and we're running the business, we might stop and think, you know, is this everything I want? And again, it's not a black and white. We want to expand on what's working and, you know, just slowly, like, you know, release what is not, okay? So it's not these big huge tweaks, it's just like, ooh, yeah, okay. And so I keep on talking about this, but who are my dreamiest clients? So if you're like most of the people I work with, they have been in their business and in their expertise doing their healing transformation craft with their clients for decades in their own healing journey and with their clients. And so by now, you have your dreamiest client. You know, like you know the ones that just light up your soul. You know the ones who are just excited. You're excited to work with them. You know, like when you collaborate, it's like you both reach your highest potential in that moment, and you continue to learn how to move towards and implement what it is that you're practicing. So who are your dreamiest clients? Because sometimes, again, when we first start, we just sort of like, we just start. And we kind of just, again, in that scarcity mindset, like we just kind of take whoever, you know, we just need to practice, and we're building that expertise, and then we forget all of a sudden, oh my God, now I am the expert. Even though we take more trainings and all this stuff, now I am the expert. So in my expertise, who are my dreamiest clients? Okay, let me know in the comments. What is the perfect schedule? I think a lot of us think that we kind of still buy into the old model of like work hard, hustle, and you know, work 100 hours a week and you'll get what you want. But what if you had a schedule where you know, especially intuitives, especially empaths, especially sensitives, especially people, spiritual entrepreneurs, we need that balance of, you know, protecting our energy, resourcing our body, clearing our mind. So there's a certain spaciousness to our schedule that we need in order not to burn out. So what is the perfect schedule? If you never decide, it will never come, we'll never be able to move towards it, right? So sometimes we decide even before we think it's possible. So what's your perfect schedule? You know, is it a couple of clients a week? Is it, what is it? 20 hours a week? Is it between this hour, you know, like your peak hours are between 9 and 3? Like, what is it for you? No more work after 8? Like, what is your perfect schedule? Okay. And this one I think is really nice to answer. What part of my expertise do I just love teaching, right? What is it? Like, I love workshopping in real time. Come to me with some sort of like block, you know, with your business, with your money, with your, you know, social media marketing. I'm like, okay, go time, let's do this, right? Let's workshop this. So I love workshopping in real time. I love collaborating in real time. I love teaching and then realizing the processes that come out of teaching when we're in our zone of genius. Because the other thing too that a lot of intuitives don't understand is, or we do understand, but maybe we don't realize, is that we channel information. So our processes actually come from a channel, right? So very often your processes, sometimes they start before, but also they are in the moment, and afterwards we realize, wow, okay, that's what was needed for that client. Okay, that I can bring that to my next client. Ooh, my life, I was overwhelmed and I created a process. Ooh, okay. So, you know, what do you love? What do you love in your business, right? And it can be just very specific. I love when I play my singing bowls. I love when I take my clients on this shamanic journey. I love, like, figure out what it is you love, okay? So these are prompts that you can do, again, on a weekly basis, because these types of things are things that evolve, things that grow with you, things that if we don't actually stop to think about it, we're just gonna go on the day-to-day hustle mode and just, again, bring ourselves to like just try to get the to-do list. And again, that brings us into just simply this survival mode.